Reliability in 2025 isn't just about avoiding breakdowns. It's about low maintenance, smooth tech, and zero headache. Now, there are select SUVs today that, based on how they hold up and what the data says, are actually rugged. These rigs aren't just reliable, they're bulletproof where it counts. Hello everyone, this is Scott from CarLandTV. It's time to get in the front seat as today we're breaking down the most dependable SUVs you can buy right now. Or models that don't just survive the miles, they simply don't break. Before I start, I would really appreciate it if you would push those buttons below, the subscribe button, the notification bell, all of them. This is not necessary, but those little clicks help a brother out. Plus, it pushes me to give you more valuable car-related content on your screen. Now, buckle up and let's get back to the video. 2025 Toyota RAV4. If there's one SUV I've seen roll through the dealership service bay time and time again with nothing more than basic maintenance, it's the Toyota RAV4. And after spending time driving both the gas-powered XLE and the hybrid limited versions, I can say without hesitation that it's still one of the most reliable, low-stress vehicles you can put in your garage right now. Toyota didn't need to overhaul anything this year because, frankly, they already got it right. This thing is built to rack up miles with minimal drama, and it shows in every little detail. Under the hood, the gas models run on Toyota's 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine, making 203 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque, paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission that's been refined for years. There's no fancy dual-clutch or turbo setup here, just a well-calibrated, naturally aspirated engine and a durable transmission that shifts predictably and holds up to long-term wear. I've seen these hit 150,000 miles with nothing but oil changes and fluid services. The hybrid version uses the same 2.5-liter block, but adds electric motors and Toyota's bulletproof hybrid synergy drive system, bumping output to 219 horsepower. It uses an eCVT, which is smooth, efficient, and incredibly durable. Well, it's the same hybrid tech they've run in Priuses for over 2 decades. On the drivetrain side, the gas trims offer either front-wheel drive or dynamic torque vectoring all-wheel drive, which is smart enough to cut off rear-wheel power to save fuel when it's not needed. The hybrid trims use electronic on-demand all-wheel drive, driven by an independent electric motor on the rear axle. No drive shaft, fewer moving parts, which makes it one of the simplest and most effective all-wheel drive systems for daily use, especially in rain or snow. The RAV4 isn't the cheapest in the class, but you're not buying it for flash. You're buying it because it just works. Every time. And 5 or 10 years from now, it'll still be out there doing its job, while others are racking up shop bills. That's Toyota's reliability at its finest. 2025 Subaru Outback. I've always told folks if you want an SUV that'll quietly rack up miles without asking for much, get a Toyota or a Subaru. After spending solid time behind the wheel of the 2025 Outback Touring XT and the Wilderness trims, I can tell you it still lives up to the brand's reputation for durability and low-maintenance ownership. Subaru has never been about flash. They build practical, all-weather machines for people who use their vehicles. Commuters, hikers, dog owners, folks with kayaks on the roof, and winter tires in the trunk. And that mindset is exactly why the 2025 Outback remains one of the most reliable SUVs you can buy today. The 2025 Outback hasn't changed much from the prior year, and that's not a bad thing. Subaru stuck with the same proven powertrains. The 2.5-liter naturally aspirated Boxer 4-cylinder with 182 horsepower, and the beefier 2.4-liter turbocharged Boxer engine that pushes 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. I've driven both, and while the base engine is more than enough for most folks, the turbo gives you that confident pull when passing or loaded down with gear. Either way, they're mated to Subaru's Lineartronic CVT, which, I'll be honest, used to feel like a weak spot years ago. But after driving the 2020s, it's clear they've refined it. It feels more natural now, especially under throttle, and it doesn't have that annoying rubber band feel anymore. What's always set the Outback apart is its standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. It's not just a front-bias system that kicks in when a slip is detected. It's full-time all-wheel drive and it's balanced. I took the Wilderness through a rough, muddy trail and never had to second-guess the grip. That trim has 9.5 inches of ground clearance, all-terrain tires, and a deep X-mode setting for snow, dirt, or mud. Even the regular trims give you 8.7 inches of clearance, which is better than most crossovers that market themselves as adventure-ready. With pricing from about $30,000 to $44,000, the 2025 Outback isn't the flashiest SUV out there. But if you're looking for real-world dependability and an SUV that will go the distance without emptying your wallet on repairs, this is still one of the smartest choices you can make. 2025 Mazda CX-5. Mazda isn't chasing trends like everyone else, and that's exactly why the 2025 CX-5 still holds its own as one of the most reliable compact SUVs you can buy right now. I've driven just about every version of this SUV over the years, and the latest one is still tight, still composed, and still doing exactly what Mazda's always done best. And that's building a vehicle that feels like it was assembled by people who care about driving and long-term quality. The CX-5 hasn't gone the hybrid or CVT route like its competitors. Instead, it sticks with mechanical setups that are proven, durable, and simple to maintain. As of April 2025, it's still the kind of SUV I'd recommend to someone who wants to buy it and not think twice for the next 10 years. What you get under the hood is a choice between two solid gas engines. The base engine is a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter inline-4 that makes 187 horsepower and 186 pound-feet of torque, and if you step up to the turbo trims, you're looking at up to 256 horsepower and 320 pound-feet on premium fuel. Both engines are mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, which Mazda has kept intentionally. No CVT, no dual clutch, just a traditional, well-calibrated gearbox that's smooth and reliable. There's also iActive AWD standard across all trims for 2025, and it's one of the best predictive all-wheel drive systems in the segment. It monitors everything from the steering angle to the outside temperature and adjusts in real time without any issues. The CX-5 slots in at around 180.1 inches long and 66.1 inches tall, with just enough room to feel spacious inside without feeling bulky from behind the wheel. The cabin is still one of the best you'll find under $40,000. Even the mid-trims feel upscale with real stitching, soft touch surfaces, and minimal creaks or rattles even on rougher roads. The 10.25-inch infotainment screen is controlled by Mazda's rotary dial, which I personally prefer to tap at a touchscreen while driving. It's quick, clean, and distraction-free. Starting at $30,000 and climbing to just over $40,000 for the top-tier 2.5 turbo signature, it's honestly one of the smartest long-term plays out there. No weird software issues and no overcomplicated powertrain components. It's just a rock-solid build that drives like a Mazda and lasts like a Toyota. That's why the CX-5 still deserves its spot on any most reliable list this year, not just this month. 2025 Lexus GX550. The first time I got into the 2025 Lexus GX550 Overtrail Plus, I knew right away this wasn't just a refreshed luxury SUV. It was something serious. You feel it before the engine even turns over. The doors shut with that solid, no-nonsense thunk. The seats hug you with a firm, confidence-inspiring fit. And once you start driving it, that feeling just deepens. Everything about the GX550 has been purpose-built, and that's what makes it one of the most reliable SUVs on the road today. It's not some glitzy crossover with fragile tech crammed into it. It's real-deal hardware wrapped in Lexus craftsmanship. Toyota and Lexus stuck with what works underneath. This thing rides on the GAF body-on-frame platform, the same one shared with the Land Cruiser 300 and new Sequoia. That's global, heavy-duty architecture, and it's designed for long-term use in extreme conditions. Under the hood, the GX ditches the old V8 in favor of a 3.4-liter twin-turbocharged V6, making 349 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque, mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Now, I've driven this powertrain in both the Tundra and Land Cruiser, and it's a beast. In the GX, it's tuned for smooth torque delivery, especially in low RPMs, which is perfect for both highway cruising and slow-speed crawling. And because it's not a hybrid, you're looking at a more traditional powertrain layout that's easier to maintain in the long run. The off-road capability in the Overtrail trims takes it even further. You're getting 33-inch all-terrain tires on 18-inch wheels, a locking rear diff, and an electronic kinetic dynamic suspension system that automatically disconnects stabilizer bars for more wheel articulation when needed. The result? On rocky terrain, this thing doesn't just make it through, it does it with composure. Ground clearance hits 9.84 inches, and you can feel the difference in approach angles when you're taking it off the pavement. There's also a full-time four-wheel drive system with a torsion center diff, and it all just works seamlessly when conditions get rough. MSRP starts around $65,000 for the base GX550 Premium, but the fully loaded Overtrail Plus pushes into the $80,000 range. And honestly, after everything I've seen and felt driving this thing, it earns every dollar. 2025 Toyota 4Runner. I'll be honest, when I first heard Toyota was finally updating the 4Runner for 2025, I was a little nervous. The old one was dated, sure, but it was also one of the most mechanically solid SUVs out there. After spending a few days with the new 2025 model, though, I can tell you straight up, they didn't mess it up. If anything, they made it tougher and smarter. The new 4Runner still drives like it's built for punishment, and it still has that old-school reliability baked into every part of its design. This isn't some soft crossover trying to look tough. It's the real deal, but just brought it up to speed. The big change this year is the engine. Gone is the ancient 4-liter V6, and in its place is Toyota's 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, putting out 278 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque, mated to a new 8-speed automatic transmission. I was skeptical at first, as downsizing an engine always raises eyebrows, but out on the trail and even during highway pulls, it feels responsive. That Turbo 4 is the same powertrain being used in the new Tacoma and Land Cruiser, and it's tuned for durability, not just peak numbers. The transmission shifts cleanly, holds gears when it should, and makes the whole drivetrain feel more refined without overcomplicating things. This 4Runner is still built on a full TNG AF body on frame platform, with double wishbone front suspension and a solid rear axle, which means it still soaks up abuse like the old ones did. The part-time or full-time four-wheel drive system, depending on the trim, works flawlessly. And if you step into a TRD Off-Road or TRD Pro, you get the locking rear diff, multi-terrain select, crawl control, and upgraded shocks, stuff you'll actually use if you go off-road, and components that are made to last. I ran it through a rocky trail section I know well, and it felt composed, capable, and solid. No rattles and no hesitation. It's just dependable traction and good clearance. The interior is finally modern without trying to be luxurious. You've got hard-wearing materials, either fabric or Softex, an available 14-inch touchscreen, and all the expected connectivity like wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. The new Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 suite runs quietly in the background and doesn't get in your face. Starting around $42,000, this thing still feels like the safest bet in the body-on-frame world, and now it drives better too. Toyota didn't just redesign the 4Runner, they future-proofed it without losing its core.